All right, Gregg Marshall joins us. I know that 83 points and 49% isn't going to thrill you, but could this have gone much better otherwise tonight?
No, I wish our defense would continue the defensive field goal percentage, but this was about our seniors. This was about getting those guys in the game and having them an opportunity to play with the regular guys when the game was still in, they had their starters in and we had 3 starters. We were able to get JR and Zach in. And you see how well they can play. I mean, JR goes 3 for 3 from 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net on all 3. Zach Bush drives in, dimes a couple of guys. I wish he could have gotten that 3 off. It was blocked. But I thought both of them played really, really well and showed the quality, not only people that they are, but players that they are. Everybody knows what kind of people they are. If you don't, you haven't been around this program. Those guys are as good of young people as you're ever going to find. They're going to graduate. They're going to be tremendously successful in life, but they can also play the game, and they're great representatives of our program.
And it's credit to you and your coaching staff. It's a credit to their teammates, this program, and the fans here that they chose to stay here when they could have gone a lot of other places and played a lot of minutes.
No doubt, no doubt. JR, I think you saw that he could play a lot of places, and Zach Bush had a scholarship. He went to Washburn for the summer and decided, I'd rather come back to Wichita State and stay at home, and we're the beneficiaries. Those guys have meant so much to our program behind the scenes. You see what Fred and Ron and Takale and Evan, the guys that have, the icons in the program, and hopefully several of those guys will have their jerseys retired at some point and hang in the rafters. What those 2 young men meant to them. I mean, they're really close, and you could tell by the way Ron and Fred came back during All-Star Weekend, spent time with those guys, and I thought senior night went very, very well relative to what it did about 4 or 5 years ago when Evansville came in.
Hey, I'll just mention on top of all that, because we'd mentioned the guys that were in the video, P.J. Kuznard just tweeted Zach Bush a little bit ago, congratulating him.
Love P.J.
Zach responded that P.J. was one of his favorite players when he was growing up following the Shockers.
Well, there's a lot of – those guys are some of my favorite people, that's for sure. And I know that they'll be in there tomorrow. Tomorrow's a day off from basketball, but they'll be in there getting shots up and getting some of the younger guys in there and working on things and making sure that they realize, we're just getting started with our season, and hopefully we can take this for a long way.
And you've played 2 teams in a row now that certainly can defend and had good defensive numbers. Northern Iowa tonight, Evansville came in like 55th in the country in scoring defense, and you have just carved them up. Tonight, right off the bat, your offense was really clicking.
How about 8-1 assist to turnover? We have 24 assists and 3 turnovers. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. 3 turnovers, and Landry had a bad pass. I do remember that. I don't know what Kelly's turnover was, and Darrell Willis was called for travel, which I'd have to see it to believe it, but I didn't think it was a travel in live action. But those guys are a pretty good refereeing crew that we had tonight, so they were probably right on. We shoot 54% and 57 from 3, so regardless of what defense Evansville was running, we were getting great looks because we move the ball. We're very, very unselfish. This is a team. This is the epitome of a team. And I'm just making sure that we stay on the right track. Tomorrow's a day off, but we'll grind on Thursday and grind on Friday before a big game on Saturday. Obviously, we're shooting for at least a tie for the regular season championship with the game on Saturday.
And a good example of that unselfishness is Landry Shamet. He scored 3 quick 3-pointers in the first half, I think in the first 10 minutes. In a stretch of about a minute and a half, he didn't even take his 4th shot until halfway through the second half. Canned that one also. He's content to do what it takes to win a basketball game, unworried about his own point production.
Yeah, he goes 4 for 4, and the last one really was right before he came out. I told him, I said, look, you got another minute. I'm going to let JR play with the regular guys. And same thing with Zach Bush. So I knew that those guys were going to come in early. And Landry, sure enough, he drains that 3 right before he comes out. He's a perfect 4 for 4. We shoot 79% from the line. He and Connor, our starting guards, are 7 for 8 from 3. It's amazing the skill level that they have, and then you combine that with the unselfishness. It makes for a very difficult team to guard.
With those 24 assists, your two leaders in assists, Rashard Kelly with 6 and Shaq Morris with 5, two of your big guys.
How about that? Those two guys combined to go 11 assists, 1 turnover for your 4 and 5 who played major minutes at the 4 and the 5 tonight. I thought Darrell Willis was also very good. He scores 11 points, has 4 blocks. He finally started to defend the rim a little bit. It was awesome to see, and we had a lot of good performances. So excited about senior night. I heard we set a record for most threes in a season.
That's probably true. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
That is true. You think our sports information director might fill you guys in on that. You guys are out there talking for about an hour, killing time. We set the season record for threes. It made threes tonight.
You were something like 200 and something in three-point percentage in the country last year. You came into tonight 16th and made it better with what you shot tonight.
I doubt it's going to go down, so it's really cool. But we've got work to do on Saturday. A minimum. JR hit the record breaker, by the way, with one of his threes. But we have work to do. We want to win another championship, and at the very minimum, if we win Saturday, we're co-champions. And Illinois State's got 2 games they've got to win to keep pace if that happens.
Coach, congratulations, and
Thanks so
enjoy
much.
the senior night.
Congratulations, Coach.
Shocker head coach